Hey everybody, Bladesofgod here from Hammer Bros Gaming, coming at you with the newest installment in our Gears 5 Master Escape Mode series. Today we're going to be taking you through the map The End. With me as always, I have Pyrociterwatz and Mr. Beardsley. We're going to go over the classes that we're using real quick before we get into the modifiers for this map. I myself am going to be running the Protector class, focusing on that melee bleed damage. We've got Beardsley running the Demolitions class, focusing on explosive bleed damage. And we've got Pyrociterwatz running the Infiltrator class, focusing on shotgun damage and shotgun bleed. Taking a quick look at the map's modifiers, or the difficulty modifiers for Master Difficulty, we are going to have a few of the regular suspects like more health, more lethal, Iron Man, and ammo starvation, but we also have shielded heavies, so DR1s and Scions have a protective shield. We have shorter ultimates, meaning ultimate abilities last for a shorter period of time. And we have regeneration, so enemies will regenerate health if they are not taking damage for a short period of time, and they will heal all the way back to full health. Now this map is fun. I really enjoy running this map. There's a lot of different possible combinations that you can do as far as classes and tactics, but we're going to show you a pretty reliable, pretty safe tactic that we kind of worked out. And I think you guys should be able to replicate it fairly easily if you're running with these classes. So right off the bat, we're going to come out this door, we're going to go to hit the venom fan on the right, and then we're going to go to the first hallway on the right. We're going to pass that left hallway. You can get I believe there's a long shot or M-bar in that ammo room, but you got to deal with a lot of enemies. So we're going to pass that up completely. We're going to head down this first right hallway, and down here what you're going to find is a lot of explosive stuff, which is great for Beardsley running that Demolitions class. And we're going to be getting a shotgun or a few shotguns for Pyro, which he needs to really take advantage of the Infiltrator class. Be warned, there are some Grenadiers down here, and then off to the right and the left, you're going to actually have Scions who are lobbing drop shots at you, and I think you can actually have some with like tri-shots or mulchers, but you know, it's not really a big deal. They can't get over to you. They're only going to fire at you from a distance, so take out these drones or Grenadiers or whatever it is that is blocking your way to this safe room. Get down here, I'm sorry, I don't mean safe room, ammo room. Get down here as fast as you can, activate the venom fan in the back to buy yourself a little bit more time. And once you do that, you can have your demolitions or your tactician, whoever your explosive user is, grab what he wants for explosives to have on hand. There's a torque bow, boom shot, drop shot, and a salvo. I would recommend he picks up 2 of the on-hand weapons, if you will, and then the salvo is the heavy weapon, and then either one of the other classes, which you're going to see me do in a minute, should pick up whichever weapon he leaves behind. In this run, Beardsley ends up picking up the torque bow and the drop shot, and I end up picking up the boom shot for him to carry it forward so that when we get to the main part of the battle, he has more explosive weapons at his disposal. As you can see, we're getting swarmed by juvies right now. The reason that happened is that it's sort of a little bit of a trap. Once you activate the venom fan, the juvies start flooding into the hallway that you came down. So I ran ahead and actually helped Pyro hold off those enemies, so that way we wouldn't have the juvies surrounding us. And then I doubled back, like I said, to grab the boom shot. You could see that Pyro and Beardsley are already heading their way up through the main hall. The spawn room is off to our left there, so now we're heading to the right. We're going to pass by the second door on the left. That's just the way to another ammo room. And then we've got the big door here. This is where all the main action, the main fighting is going to start. You can see Beardsley was charging up a torque bow shot to try to get one of those Scions before the shield went up. You're going to face 4 Scions here. The ones we have had mulchers, and because of the modifier shielded heavies, all the Scions have shields in front of them, so they are impervious to damage from the front. Along with the Scions, we're going to get rushed by Juvies, Sires, we're going to have elite drones with claws, and we are going to have Grenadiers with Nashers. Now, the Nashers aren't a bad thing, because that means Pyro's going to have plenty of shotgun ammo to work with, which is a good thing. And the Juvies and the Sires aren't that big of a threat, because I'm playing the Protector class, who has really good melee damage and really good melee bleed. So you can see that even one shot here, one hit with my melee strike is enough to drop these Juvies. Add to that we have Beardsley's explosive bleed and Pyro shotgun bleed, and we've got plenty of damage output to deal with most of the enemies that are coming at us. So the strategy that we used here is that I, as the Protector or whatever Blade Master or melee class you want to run, sort of posted up on the right side, just inside the big door that we opened on this piece of cover. The reason we did that is that it seemed like most of the juvies came through that door to the right, and that made it so I could get to them before they would, you know, sort of start messing with Pyro or with Beardsley. Pyro posted up on the left side. You kind of got a glimpse of him there a minute ago. You're going to see him again here in just a second right there. And he's going to take care of anything that comes over that cover. Every once in a while, if it's a little bit slow, I'll actually hop over there and melee down some enemies for him so he doesn't have to waste his Gnasher shots. Because believe it or not, depending upon the pattern that the enemy spawns into the map, the Gnashers can become a little bit difficult to come by. So if we're able to conserve a little bit more of that Gnasher ammo for Pyro for when the Scions move up, that is a great thing. So as you can see, Pyro pushed a little bit too far there. He really wanted to get that elite drone down. He ends up getting taken out, but not a problem. I rushed up, I dropped my bubble shield to protect him. I got the revive, and then we could fall back. And that's another reason that I love the Protector class, is that bubble shield. Even with the shorter bubble shield duration because of the shorter ultimate, it really can still be a lifesaver if you need to do something like that and sort of run out and revive a downed ally. So as I was saying, we've got me posting up on this right corner here to take out a lot of the juvies and the sires. See, there's another sire right there. And then we had Pyro posting up on the left, and Beardsley sort of hanging back by this door. And the reason he's doing that is that he has the weapons with the best range, so he's able to drop shots on enemies as they approach. He's able to use his boom shot to do a lot of damage and sort of take out guys at a distance. Things fell apart a little bit here because I got combination shotgunned and hit by a juvie, so I kind of failed in my responsibilities of keeping the juvies off of everybody. But thankfully, Pyro was right there with the revive. And then here we go, Pyro's moving up again to take out a Grenadier using that shotgun bleed. So as you can see, this is a very safe method. You kind of let the enemies come to you, and you just stay posted up here until the venom pushes you forward. I did run up and grab a Gnasher, which was a little bit foolish. I wasn't running an increased Gnasher damage card, but my thought was that I could carry the Gnasher ammo for Pyro in case he started running low. And as I was saying, you're going to stay right in this area until the venom starts pushing you forward or you feel like you've cleared out all the enemies. A good way to know when you're starting to kind of get through most of the enemies is those Scions in the back that I just marked are going to start moving forward. You can see the absolute hail of bullets that are coming from the Mulchers that they're carrying. And again, there's 4 Mulcher Scions that you have to deal with. And because we have so much bleed damage, the pattern that we use is basically Beardsley's going to try to get drop shots on them over their shields or a boom shot right behind them so they start bleeding. And then Pyro and I are going to split each other up and try to circle around behind the Scion. So if the Scion's looking at me, Pyro's able to shoot him in the back with a shotgun. And if the Scion is looking at Pyro, I'm able to melee him in the back. You can see I went to get Beardsley up, and we sort of ran into some problems here with the venom. But Pyro, thankfully, was holding it down with that Gnasher and the bleed damage, and was able to take out one of the Scions. Things got a little bit hairy here just because of me trying to go back and rescue Beardsley. But again, Pyro came through. He didn't kill that Scion outright, but he came very close, and he ends up getting the kill, or almost getting the kill. I come up and I melee down this Scion, and he actually bleeds out right here. Again, I dropped my bubble shield just to buy us a little bit of protection because we've got enemies down bottom that are shooting at us. And we end up running down this left side using the height, the elevation as cover. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of post up on this corner. We know there's another Scion down there. He's going to come around the corner here. And Beardsley doesn't get a good angle on him, unfortunately. Pyro gets down because of a shock grenade. So this is not great. Ideally, you'd want to kind of kite the Scion up towards us a little bit. Right now, Pyro was kind of freaking out, telling me to revive them, but I knew that I was close enough to the Scion that he was going to try to melee me, so I could hit him and dive back faster than he could hit me. So I just meleeed him down, trusting my bleed damage to take him out. At that point, once that Scion was down, we ran around the corner, even though we were still in the deadly venom, and we kind of are going to sprint for the Helipad right now. I took out one of the 2 enemies that was left, just so they wouldn't take pot shots at us. You can see the early venom already got to the door, so the door was about to start closing anyway. And now here we go with the Helipad hold. Any of the shock grenades that you picked up, and that's something that I should have mentioned, is that on all those elite drones, you should have been trying to scavenge a few shock nades. Get them in the door just to slow down your enemies. you could see here that we definitely have quite a few juvies coming out, which again, not that big of a deal because my melee can take down the juvies very quickly, but there are grenadiers that are coming out and a few scions that are trying to get out, and those can be a problem. So you really want to trust in those shock nades or the flash nades if you can get them. But that's about it, guys. That's how we got through the end. I hope you find this guide helpful, and until next time, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. You can also check us out on Twitch at Hammer Bros Gaming. I am Blades of God, and until next time, have a great day everyone.